Yo, yo, yo. We are now live on the Dopeness interview series brought to you by USA Blog Network. I am Carl BFM Jones, and we are live on the Dopeness with an artist who just dropped a new album. The album on Spotify is off the chain. It's called Soul and Spice Volume 1. He's also a part of independent label BMB, which is Born Made Bosses music group. It's my homeboy CGQ. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Man, I really appreciate you taking out your time to come chop it up with us. Wanted to speak about everything you got going on, of course, the new project, the label that I believe you and your brother have launched, and everything else you got going on, man. But first, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is CGQ. I'm from Philly, young inspired artist. I'm just here to share my story and at the same time motivate people to think differently. That's all it is. Um, I'm under the management company of BNB. BNB standing for Born Made Bosses. Shout out to Tommy. He is the CEO of Born Made Bosses. We've been doing this for about, I guess, 5 months. 5 months now. I'm taking it serious. You know, I've been writing music since I was a kid. I started really rapping and putting out music in 2012, but until I met Tommy, I ain't really started to get into the business side of it until this year, until June. So we here now. You know what I'm saying? Black Mama T and Cafe. I don't know if y'all heard of that. That's by Vanessa Braxton. I wrote the theme song for that. I came out strong with doing that. I came out strong with doing Black Wall Street. Shout out to the Black Wall Street movement in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a whole lot of stuff I'm doing, man. What you want to know? Just ask.
First, let's start with some real simple. The name CGQ. Tell us what it is derived from.
Okay, so my real name is Shaquan, right? So everybody around the way they call me Q. But the CG I put in front because the CG is my brand, my personal brand. Before I met with Tommy and got with B&B Management, CG standing for Clay Gang. Now, Clay Gang, the Clay and Clay Gang, you know, we all came from the dirt, and clay derives from dirt. And
Mm.
when you have clay, you can mold it into anything great. So that's where Clay Gang came from. So no matter where we come from, we can become whatever we want to become.
Ain't that the truth?
For real.
Let's go back into like where you came from, North Philly, right? So of course Philly got their own style. You know, it's rough. You know what I'm saying? Can you
Right.
talk about more like how your style is derived or the influences that you got growing up that made you the artist that you are today?
Oh, I just got an old soul, man. I grew up on DMX, Styles P, Jay Z. You know what I'm saying? I got an old soul. So with me, everything is about content. You know, I can get with the new age, with the with the bop and everything having like a fast tempo, but everything still has to have content. So with me, that's about it.
Right. And that's proven. That's proven. I checked out the video that you got. You did a remix to you did like a challenge or something, man. You killed the Uchi Wally and you killed it, dog. Y'all
Yeah,
make sure y'all go to YouTube and check that out, man.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I went deep on that because that whole freestyle was basically about no matter what, people got to stop worrying about not working together. You know what I'm saying? Like the ending part was about how you want to be so solo when at the end of the day, if you was on Earth by yourself, how would you live? Like I want to eat ribs with my guys at Miller's L House. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be with a chick. I can't be on this earth by myself. So if I was here by myself and I couldn't live and I couldn't have fun, why when you got all these people around you, you don't want to network. You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to share your emotions. Everybody want to be so secluded and by themselves. If God, if God made all these people to be around you, why do you think you're not supposed to connect with them? That's just how that
So as far as the project, Soul and Spice, this is just the first volume. How did this come about? Because I know it's got that real deep R&B vibe to it. It's got old school, like the old school swag to it. It's got, hip hop, classic, golden era, deep, conscious music. It's got nice, solid, rich content. So how did it come about with you and the other artists, the singer that's on the roster?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this right now. The album wouldn't be nothing without the producer. The producer is named J Soul. Now J Soul, he has a very old soul. Everything he does is like super deep melody. You know what I'm saying? So with him, I just linked up with him a few months ago. Once I started hearing his beats, he kind of changed me and brought the soul out of me, out of my music. So the album wouldn't be nothing without the producer. Shout out to J Soul. The singer on there, uh, she just I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it 'cause I can't speak for other artists, but I know for me, the beats brought out how I felt. Like the song "I've Been," that was a real old school beat, old school sample. It just made me feel like I need to talk about what I recently went through. Then my biggest track on there would be "Cryptic." That was just like it gave me a Caribbean feel, but it was like hard bass, hard snares. So, I just went in there and did my thing, my Philly thing. I just wanted to give some bars, give a nice little hook. I'm trying to give a little bit of melody, working on my singing. So that was just a little bit of combination of everything that makes me into an artist that I am.
Word. And my favorite would be group economic.
Oh yeah, that's
That
the biggest.
that
Yeah.
sets the tone for the whole project because you get that flavor. It's just like that vibe. It's undeniable, and then you come in just killing it. Um, you are a very conscious person. Like is of conscious of self. Like you really spread the knowledge and you try to reach and teach with the jewels that you write down. Like, where does all of that come from? Like, what inside of you? Where does that come from that you want to teach with your music?
As an artist, I don't know if it's as an artist or as a person. I just got a big heart. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see people go through things, I just want to reach out and tell them, all right, give them advice. You know what I'm saying? But as a person, we always had a problem with, seeing this and then we want to give them advice. But at the end of the day, when you would apply it to your life, you don't do it as well. You know what I'm saying? So with my music, I'm able to, give myself self therapy. I'm able to speak it into existence. So when I listen to it, I help myself and I help others. So it's like a connection between me and my fans, if that makes sense.
Word. So if we can go down the line and if you could briefly give a quick one sentence synopsis of each song, I'll say the title of a song and you just hit us with what that's about so that when we listen, we can connect even more. Uh, Group economic, what is that about in a nutshell?
All right, well, group economics is about a timeline, basically saying from the beginning, you know, slavery times, all the way up until now. Basically saying if back then we thought that we were slaves and we wasn't going to ever own anything, ever be a black president, none of that. They didn't have type of no type of hope. They just thought that, oh, we slaves, they don't care about us, blase blase, let's run away. They kept pushing. The people that stayed, they kept pushing, they kept fighting. And then one day we got to the point where we at now. So the moral of the story is don't give up. No matter what you go through, don't give up because we started at the bottom. Now we here, like Drake said. Like that's for real though. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
When you at the very bottom, you can't look at where you at. You got to look at where you going. Because if you keep looking at where you at, you're gonna stay there.
So true. Also, you have cryptic, which we mentioned briefly, as well as I've been. Touch lightly on cryptic and I've been.
Okay, Cryptic was basically just about, me being loyal to my squad, me being there for my people, and basically just giving a little sauce about who I am. That's basically what Crypt. That beat just made me want to just talk my shit, man. Like that's all that was. You know, give it a little sauce to it, like with melody and the hook. It's not really too much into that.
And the other one that you got on there, I've been. What's up with that one?
What I've been was more personal. The stuff that I was really going through with uh my ex. With uh I quit smoking 2 years ago, and I started drinking to cope with the fact that I couldn't smoke no more. It's just basically going taking you through a roller coaster of who I am and what I've been going through within the last 2-3 years.
Mm. So now the project is sort of like a family project because you got other artists on there. Of course, you have the person we mentioned earlier, J Soul. The singer R&B. He got that soul trap vibe going on. He did a few joints, and you all also collaborated. Was it more so like a collaboration album, or that?
It was a collaboration album. It's not my album. It's actually J Soul's. That's why I'm trying to give all the credit to J Soul, because everything off the album came from just vibing off of what he gave us. It's definitely a collaboration album.
Word. So let's get into the label. Let's get into Born Made Bosses music group and how you connected with them. What they got, what y'all got going on in the future, all of that.
Oh, well, Born Bosses, the CEO of Born Bosses is Tommy Lee. Shout out to Tommy Lee. That's big bro right there. I met up with him because he's family with a brother of mine, with somebody that I call a brother. So that was just, us conversating. He believed in the music that I made. He liked me as an artist. He liked me as a person. Vice versa. I liked him as a person. I liked him as a manager. As a person, well, not as a manager just yet, but as a person that conducted business. So we linked together and we started working together. And within what, not even a month, I wrote that song for Vanessa Braxton. So shout out to Tommy Lee, because he really pushed me and he got me to the place that I'm at now. And now we talking.
Man, salute. Big things real fast. Like within under a year, like 1 month. What?
Oh yeah, yeah. Under a month. We started in late May last year.
Wow.
I done dropped a bunch of singles. I done met a bunch of people. Stuff that, like I said, I started rapping when I was in like taking it serious in 2012. Not until 2018 that stuff really started to take off for me the way I wanted it to, and it's all because of when I linked up with Tommy Lee. He showed me the business side of it. Was serious. I got my ass cap. I was rapping all that time without an ass cap, no damn bond. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on we working on the LLC. He has the LLC for the management company already. He just grown man shit when it comes to the music industry, instead of just being an artist that just drop music on SoundCloud. You know how that go.
Word. Hey man,
Yeah,
shout out to BMB. That sounds love. That sounds like real things in the background, putting in blood, sweat, and tears, hard work, great talent, all that. So, man, shout
for
out to
sure.
all the independent labels on the grind, businessmen, like really, really,
Real
really
shit.
doing their thing. Um, as y'all know or may not know, Spotify is popping right now. Right now, it's popping. Soul and Spice, Volume One. I'm gonna give you the floor, brother. Anything you want to shout out? Anybody want to shout out? Anything you gotta say? Put out there in the universe. Hit them with your Twitter, Instagram, all that, and we ghost.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. So my Instagram is CG_QUE. My name is Q, but CG is the initials for Clay Gang. So it's CG_QUE. Um, we still working on music. We supposed to be dropping singles every month, a video every month. We've been working with this videographer named Inferno. Shout out to Inferno because he's been showing love. Um, Shout out to my squad, man. Shout out to Black. Shout out to Reds. Shout out to Tay. Shout out to Reek. Shout out to Shine. Shout out to Rock. We got a whole squad. Shout out to B&B. Shout out to Walt. Walt is another person on B&B that's behind closed doors that's making a lot of stuff happen for us alongside of Tommy Lee. If I'm forgetting the name, forgive me, but you know it's all love with everybody on the squad, man. You know, and I appreciate you for reaching out and allowing me to be on this platform, man.
There you have it. The homeboy CG, man, it's needed. It's needed. I cannot say this enough that the content that my man is dropping, the jewels, the gems, the bars delivered in such a great way is really what's going to reach and teach and really put some thoughts, spark that what the homeboy Pac said, spark that mind. He
Oh
not gonna be
yeah,
the greatest, but
he gonna spark the mind of the yeah. I remember that. I kind of remember. I can't well, not word for word, but I know what you're talking about.
word. So salute to you, man. All of the greatness, you know what I'm saying, to what y'all doing over there, man. BMB, the future of born made bosses. All right. So make sure y'all add them. Make sure you go to the Spotify, the SoundCloud. There is a website. All of the valid information will be posted if you are watching this right now. Once again, brother, I really salute you.
Salute, man. Appreciate it again. Thanks
All
for your
right.
time.
There you have it. The homeboy is fire. The homeboy is fire. And they have a solid roster to back it up. Go ahead and check it out on Spotify. Soul and Spice Volume 1. If you haven't already, went ahead and followed us on YouTube, on IG, on Facebook, on Twitter, all of that, across all social media platforms. Make sure you do so. It's at USA Blog Network on Facebook, on IG. Of course, Philly Bangers is popping. And this is the Dopeness Interview Series brought to you by USA Blog Network. I'm your host, Carl BFM Jones. Until next time, we out of here. Shout out to the homeboy Tommy. Peace.